Yo, what's good YouTube? It's your boy Guapo3x with another reaction video. I appreciate y'all so much and I love y'all for running up the views on the last reaction video. So yeah, I'm posting another one for y'all, man. Y'all went crazy on that last one, so I'm definitely posting another one for y'all, man. And just want to tell y'all, face cam every video at 700 subscribers. What else was I gonna say up here? That's pretty much it. Oh yeah, I don't need the intro. I don't need the intro no more. Oh, I'm actually recording this on Christmas, so Merry Christmas to all the people watching, all my supporters, fans, friends, loved ones. Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays to y'all. I hope y'all Christmas was fire. Hope y'all had the best Christmas ever, man. To all y'all, best Christmas was possible from my family to your family. And yeah, let's get into this video, man. Without further ado, no intro. So this video is guard helps a killer inmate escape prison.
It's the 29th.
Let's see what's going on here, chat.
CCTV records prison supervisor Vicky.
Niggas told me in the last video, Guapo, if you have something to talk about, pause the video and talk about it. Do not talk during the video. So since I'm black, ignorant, and dumb, and I be talking during videos, I'm gonna pause, say what I gotta say, then unpause. Cause I love you guys and I listen to you guys and you guys are my master and I'm a very good boy, very chill guy.
Enter through a back door. Half a minute later, she comes back out with a prisoner. Casey White, a 6'9" giant of a criminal.
So you telling me that old lady, that old white lady I just seen, help this 6'9" white nigga? What's a center in the league that's white and 6'9" right about now? You meaning to tell me, bitch, you let... Oh, I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get a white center real quick for y'all. Hold on. Do I gotta Google? I'm gonna Google, nigga. White power forwards. White power forwards. Oh yeah, I'm taking my reaction game to a whole nother level. Dirk Nowitzki. He was like 7 foot though. Any which way you want to put it, bro. You meaning to tell me, bitch, you let Pau Gasol, you let big ass 6'10" Zaza Pachulia raise you up to escape prison, bitch? Cause that's the only way, realistically, chat. That's the only way a nigga can escape prison. If a nigga riz up a female guard. But we gonna watch. 6'9" though, bitch. He could have killed you.
For attempted murder. They quickly leave in the car as police scramble to make sense of the situation. Vicky, a prison supervisor with a 2-decade-long career and perfect record, just disappeared with a dangerous criminal. Police assumed that she was forced or...
How can she do that, chat? How can this bitch just take a prisoner? This is not a nigga in county jail. This is a nigga in the state penitentiary or the feds. Federal prison. How can a bitch just take... First of all, I've been to prison. So like, this bullshit they pulling, they can't pull it with me, bro. Something was wrong in the system. In prison, look right here, chat. You see how she's just taking him in the car by himself. He's in shackles and handcuffs. Bro, first of all, the nigga is 6'9". I'm not 6'9". I'm about 6'2", frail. Nigga, he's 6'9", big as hell. And this is an old white woman. In any prison, jail, any institution you want to put it, if this nigga is getting transported, it's at least 2 officers. If it's 2 females, so be it. It's not going to be 1 female because he could hit her over the head with these handcuffs and it's GG's.
to helping him escape.
So something is wrong here.
New evidence came to light.
How can she just load a nigga up in a car and drive away?
As a nationwide manhunt began,
oh shit!
Realized the rabbit hole went deeper than anyone expected, leading them down a dark path,
shit.
Ending with Vicky found dead with a bullet in her head.
Yo, Vicky found dead with a bullet in her head. She got shot. The nigga shot her.
Vicky, stay with her.
Oh shit! She died in the end of this story, chat.
It's April 29th, 2022, and prison officer Vicky has just told her work colleagues that she's taking a prisoner to a psychological evaluation at a local courthouse.
First of all, if that was the case, my nigga, if that was the case, he would be transported. This is just how it was when I was in jail. When I was getting transported, to my medical, to my court cases through a court wagon. A fucking court wagon. If anybody knows, it's like a prison bus almost. I wasn't getting transported in police cars. They don't even got police cars at the prison.
But something isn't right, as she's transporting the prisoner alone. Despite
alone, that's what I'm saying.
Alone.
Prisoners
Prisoners must be escorted by 2 officers at a time.
Thank you.
But because of her senior position as a supervisor, nobody stops her, and it would be 6
Ain't there somebody
hours
bigger than
before
a supervisor?
police realize that
Ain't there somebody bigger than a supervisor in a prison? I'm pretty sure there's a warden, right? A white shirt. That's what we call it in the Canadian prisons. A white shirt. Where's the warden to tell her this is a dumbass idea?
Vicky and the prisoner are never coming back.
Oh
Desperate for
God.
clues, police start looking into the man that Vicky escaped with.
Yeah, we gotta look into
Casey
that nigga.
White, a man serving 75 years in prison for domestic violence, home invasion, murder, and brutally attacking a man with an axe.
So basically, chat, just by those charges they read off, let's go back.
Violence, home invasion, murder, and brutally attack.
Domestic violence, home invasion, murder, and I think another murder of a nigga with murder with an axe to a nigga. By all those charges they just read off, this is exactly what happened before he went to prison. He was probably married, had a good job, whatever, woo woo woo. He got the drop on his bitch cheating. He pulled up with this axe right here, this Home Depot ass tomahawk. He pulled up, he kicked in the door, home invasion. You see what I'm saying? Home invasion, kicked in the door, home invasion. Kicked in the nigga's house, went in, home invasion. Seen that his girl and this nigga was fucking. Probably beat the bitch up to a ham. And then left the bitch, was like, nah, ain't finna kill you. And then looked to the nigga with his pants down, pulling up his underwear, pulling up his pants from fucking his wife, and went to hacking at that nigga with this tomahawk. And then probably went to hacking at the bitch so the bitch wouldn't tell on him in court. That's just my opinion.
A man with an axe. But there was one crime that stood out to police even more.
Oh, he's done other crimes.
7 years prior to this, Casey had abused and manipulated his then girlfriend to a point where she tried to escape from Casey's vicious hands.
Oh my God.
After they successfully made it to her friend's house, Casey would break into the house with 2 guns and full intent to murder them both. Luckily, they both escaped and survived his vicious attack. But that's when...
So obviously this nigga is massively obsessed with women. He's massively obsessed with women. He has no real motion. The only motion he has is that he's buff, he has tattoos, and he's 6'9". So he's overly obsessed with women, and he crashed out and went to prison for 75 years. And he manipulates women. That's the most that we know about him right now. So my guess is he takes his manipulation skills, he takes his 6'9" tattoo white motion, 75-year bid motion, and he rizzes up this prison guard and tries to and escapes, because it says he escapes.
Casey fled the scene and began a series of carjackings across several states until finally getting into a tense standoff with multiple police officers.
Oh shit.
Casey, put the gun down. Let me see your hands, man. Put the gun down, Casey. Put the gun down, bud. Casey, put the gun down. Just relax a little bit.
Go get that or two and tell her to watch it.
Hey, Jake. Casey.
Yes, sir.
I will get you a sun drive if you'll be still. Just be calm.
A sun drop? What's that? What's a sun drop?
You got that fucking out.
It's unusual, but the cops rolled a drink and a pack of cigarettes towards Casey, hoping this would calm him down and
So you telling me nigga got y'all at gunpoint? Yeah. Man, I give you this Sunny D soda and this pack of cigarettes if you just put the gun down, folks. Don't shoot us. We'll give you a pack of cigarettes and Sunny D. Yo, that's crazy.
avoid a shootout. Miraculously, this actually worked,
that's
and the
crazy.
cops were able to move in.
He
and
fell
make
for
arrest. His
He better get that Sunny D and that cigarette.
View into just how insane this man
Oh, he got them
was.
cigarettes.
I've been playing away just to kill her ever since. I couldn't wait no longer.
Oh, he got the
I
cigarettes.
Do you
Okay.
regret what you did tonight?
regret I didn't kill him.
Police now
Oh,
have a
he
clear
regret he
picture
ain't
of
killed the
who
nigga that
Vicky
fucked
just
his
helped
bitch.
escape prison. But how does Vicky fit into all of this? She works at a completely different prison, and there's no plans for Casey to ever see outside these walls again. Well, 1 year later, Casey confessed to a murder, resulting in him being moved to a different prison.
Oh,
This kicked off a
shit.
series of events that would eventually result in Vicky's death. The murder that Casey confessed to was a 4-year-old cold case. It's unclear why Casey owned up to it now, but he was
That's
able
a
to give
big-ass
specific
white nigga,
details
bro.
that nobody
He
but
should've
the
played
killer could have
football
known.
or
And
something.
Here he is now.
Basketball.
Hi, I'm just trying to
Nigga, we
make
could have
sense of
used
all
him
this
on the
data.
Raptors. 6'9". Play basketball. Why you
Short
crashing
trial,
out
he
over
was quickly
Coochie?
transported to a new prison.
Look at that
The
bit. Look
same
at that
one
nigga.
where
Look, that nigga built like Wembanyama, yo. And he buff.
the killer
Look, he buff
worked.
too.
Vicky
Look. Oh
is
my
56.
God! No, we gotta get his
The
player
same-
build. Look, he buff. Look, all these buff ass, strong ass police officers, military niggas. They ain't got shit on this nigga. Look, tall, lanky, buff as hell. Yo, he could have been in the UFC.
One where Vicky worked. Vicky is 56 and has been divorced for several years.
Oh,
and
she
put her heart in.
See, that's where I was going with this too, chat. A lot of female guards in prisons, if they're not married, they're lonely. They're very lonely. They're dick deprived. And think about it, chat. All the guys out there that have a lot of riz. Imagine you sitting in your room for 24 hours and you can't get out. And the only thing you can think about, or the only thing that is productive to you, is trying to get these COs, these female COs, on your dick. Just thinking about all the ways you could riz females, thinking about all the ways you could get into females' head. Literally everybody in prison is a philosopher. Nigga, you just sit there and think about philosophy all day in jail. It's just 24 hours of philosophy class in your head. So these niggas become psychologists. These niggas become therapists. These niggas become preachers in religion. These jail niggas, they have nothing but time to study, and program their minds. Social engineering. So a dick deprived probably have hella anxiety. She's damn near, like, out of 10, she's a fucking 3. Like, this girl come walking down the cell unit and she see a big 6'9", she can't help it. She never had nothing like that. He gonna get in her mind. He gonna tell her all the things she wanna hear. So like, he got blessed.
Soul
And she the
into her
supervisor.
job. She was a model employee and popular among her colleagues, but her life had become boring.
Exactly.
And lonely. She wanted to change.
She ain't got nothing to
Casey
live
showed
for.
up.
She ain't got no
That's
nigga, no
exactly what she
kids.
got. They slowly began to talk more and developed a connection. They bonded over their shared last name and began to think
Wow. And they both got the same last name. That's really gonna turn her deprived ass on. Tell her, yeah, baby, we got the same last name. We meant to be. You know what I'm saying? It's like I already married you in the past. Like we both got our last name already. We don't even got to change it. What? You tell her all that type of shit? She's sucking dick.
destined to be together. She started coming in on her days off and was noticeably happier. Despite
Look,
having a great
She started coming in on her days off. You know why? To see him. Well, I don't even know his name, bro. To see that nigga. See the prisoner nigga. She started coming in on her days off.
Life on paper, Vicky had become enchanted by her feelings for Casey and was
Casey,
ready
that's
to
his
throw
name.
it all away.
Yeah, you be coming
to be
in on
with
your...
a dangerous criminal.
Of course.
But how can this happen? Well, it turns out it's not as rare as you might think. Some people are attracted to dangerous people. They know that.
Nigga, that's crazy ass Charles Manson, nigga. Charles Manson. Do your homework, chat. Charles Manson, serial killer ass nigga. Man, when it was time to go to court and they said, Charles Manson, you got 20, 30 bodies, he had bitches behind him. He had a group of bitches behind him, cheering him on, chanting his name. And those bitches bald, like cut off all their hair, went bald when it was time for him to go to trial. They went bald.
They could kill them at any moment. It feels special,
shit.
knowing that they choose not to.
Quick
On
little
top of
detour
that,
route.
Vicky had started to feel trapped in her day-to-day life and as though she had nothing to live for. If she could make a break with Casey,
Look
it'd
how
at
ugly
least
that
be
bitch
exciting,
is.
even if it did mean throwing everything away.
You know
While
she
Casey
won-
was serving
she
at
won, nigga,
Lauderdale,
man. She
Vicky
won,
allowed
nigga.
him unrestricted access to parts of jail that prisoners aren't normally allowed to see, including areas that aren't covered by security cameras.
Oh,
Many
that's where they was
speculate
fucking.
This is where the pair were intimate
Yep,
with each
yep,
other
that's where
and
they was
formed their
fucking.
plan to escape. Even at this point, Vicky still had no idea that this would turn out to be the worst mistake of her entire life. 3 days before their escape, they decided to do a test run after Vicky told her colleagues that Casey had an appointment with a judge at the courthouse. Of course, there was no appointment, and they just sat in her patrol car for 9 minutes before returning. But now they know this works, and they're ready to make preparations for the real thing. 2 days before their escape, they're
Wait, what did he? I have to go back.
car for 9 minutes before returning. But now
Oh my God! So she did this little method before. She told everybody, yeah, I'm finna take Casey to a doctor's appointment. Well, yada yada yada. They went in the car. They drove off. They sat in the car, acted like they went to an appointment, and then came back. And then he went back in the cell. So they did the method just to see if it worked. Yo, the thing that came to my mind, chat. They probably fucked in the car. He probably tore that joint up in the car. Ate her pussy, ate her ass. I'm talking a nigga doing 75 to life. Oh my God, this nigga probably ate her asshole. Ate her probably tongue inside her asshole, tongue inside her pussy. After a long day's shift, walking up and down this prison halls. Oh, she's sweaty. She's stinky. He don't give a fuck. He tongue in her mouth. What? Oh my goodness, chat. Oh my God, this gets dark.
Now they
This
know
gets dark.
this works, and they're ready to make preparations
This
for the
gets
real
dark.
thing. 2 days before their escape, they're spotted on camera passing notes. It's thought that this was them discussing the final part of their escape plan, but by the time this footage was discovered, it was already too late. By April 29th, 2022, everything was in place, and they're ready to make their escape. As Vicky holds a senior post at the prison, she has certain powers that she's about to take advantage of. She
What's she gonna
arranges
do?
to send 12 inmates and 5 deputies to court on the day of the escape, leaving her
Wait,
as
what?
the last remaining officer in the prison with transport privileges. She then tells her bosses that Casey has to be taken for a mental health evaluation. Looking at the surveillance footage, it's clear something was up. Vicky has her firearm with her, something that is strictly forbidden inside the prison walls. She's also walking.
Oh yeah, y'all think she gave him the gun when to be safe? Like, cause who knows? She probably pulled over after they drove off and let him out, let him run, or something, or probably like, cause she got to clock back in. Do you think she gave him her gun so he could be safe? That's why she got her gun?
in front of Casey instead of behind him, showing she trusts him not to harm her. By helping Casey to escape, esteemed prison officer Vicky has thrown everything she had away, and in one pivotal moment has become a criminal.
Vicky's always been a good girl. I went to school with.
Oh, here we go with these fucking people that knew her.
scapegoat.
No,
You
she's
knew
a
her, you
scapegoat. We
her.
loved her.
I feel like if she had anything to do with it, it was definitely love.
Vicky and Casey casually walk out of
Is
the
this
prison
how all
into
these
a patrol
bitches in
car
like
and
the
drive
South
away
is
to
just dumb?
freedom.
I need to go to the
It took
South.
6
some
hours
white
before
hoes.
anyone noticed they're missing. When the prison calls the courthouse to see what's taking so long, they're told that there is no appointment, and they come to the horrible realization that Casey has made a break for freedom. To evade the authorities, they quickly ditch the patrol car and flee the state, and the cops now have no clue where they are, where they're going, or how to find
shit.
them.
Y'all let
Marking
them
the
niggas
start
get away
of an
like that?
11-day manhunt that will span the nation. On day 1 of Vicky and Casey's escape, the cops try to find clues at Vicky's home, but she's nowhere to be seen. In fact, she doesn't even own the house anymore.
Oh my
As part of her
God.
plan, she sold her house for extremely cheap. With the money, she bought vehicles, guns, and most suspiciously...
Yo. What the fuck? What was this nigga planning to do? Was this nigga planning to crash out? She sold her house for 95 racks. Took the 95 racks, bought an AR-15, bought some pistols, bought some cars and shit. The nigga got burner cars and burners. The nigga trying to crash out.
men's clothing. This is the first indication
And men's
the cops
clothing.
have that Vicky doesn't intend on coming back and is ready to start a new life with Casey. Things don't get any better for detectives when the patrol vehicle they use to escape is found abandoned at a local shopping mall. And even worse, there's no surveillance footage covering that area of the parking lot, so they don't even know which direction they went. But on day 2 of the manhunt, a tip-off from her family blows this case wide open, as it's revealed Vicky has been renting a storage unit. Police are able to locate the storage unit and discover that she was renting it with a burner phone. But despite their best effort to track this new number, the cops came up with nothing. But the existence of this new phone is the first solid evidence that cops have showing Vicky planned this all along and was actually a willing participant instead of a hostage.
Well, yeah, she not no damn hostage. She part of it. She a part of the
He was
program.
not forcing her. It was a mutual relationship.
You'd think that this would help the investigation, but things only get more insane and confusing from here on out. After realizing that they're essentially back to square one, the cops return to the shopping mall where they found the abandoned patrol car and decide to comb through all of the surveillance footage from the days leading up to the event. That's when they spot Vicky a few days before the escape, parking a car in a nearby parking lot. And this isn't her usual car either. It's one she bought only a couple days earlier, a 2007 Ford Edge that the cops quickly realized had to be their getaway vehicle. But when police went back to the parking lot and the supposed getaway vehicle was still there, they realized that Vicky had left a decoy. Police had just lost their only clue, while giving Vicky and Casey a 5-day head start.
Oh, this
Since they
nigga was
abandoned the
out for
Ford,
5
the
days?
cops assumed that they have to have found another vehicle in the area, and lo and behold, they quickly picked up another lead. A homeowner nearby told them he sold his Ford F-150 pickup truck to a man who approached his house on the day Vicky and Casey went missing. That man is described as being around 6 feet, 9 inches tall, and looked exactly like the picture he was shown. Now all they have to do is find that Ford F-150 and bring this manhunt to an end. And thanks to another lead, they're closing in. On day 6, the owner of a car wash in Indiana noticed something strange. A Ford F-150 had been parked in one of the cleaning bays for an unusual amount of time, and he suspects this vehicle has been abandoned. Unfortunately, this is before a search was initiated for the truck, but
that car too new to be looking abandoned. Like it's in good condition.
something's still not right. This pickup truck is far too nice to have been dumped by
Yeah,
anyone
that's
sane.
bro. That's literally
And the
what I
owner
just
quickly
said.
grew suspicious. In order to find out, he checks out the car wash surveillance footage, and what he finds will help the cops finally capture their two fugitives. That's Casey getting out of the pickup. And he's acting very strangely. He's waiting for Vicky, and she's in that car driving just out of shot. When Casey gets in the new vehicle, leaving their pickup and driving off, the owner knows they're up to no good and calls 911.
There's the truck been sitting in my bay
since yesterday at 3 o'clock. I looked at my cameras and the guy's kind of suspicious. It's a Ford F-150 four-door truck. It's blue in color. It's got Tennessee license plates on it. And I've got him on camera.
The next day, cops arrive at the car wash and initiate a search of the truck.
Is it returns to a Dodge?
What they find in there?
Yeah, that was fine, man.
The shit just open? It's not locked? It's just open?
With nothing to go off of, the cops quickly leave the scene and the pickup is towed away. It takes 4 days for this vital lead to get back to detectives, but when it does, they drop everything and head straight to Evansville on day 10 of the hunt.
This
They're due
nigga's
to
out
arrive
for
at the
10
car wash
days?
at 9 a.m., but fail to show up on time, frustrating the car wash owner so much that he takes matters into his own hands and calls the local press.
So then, 9:30, they're not here.
Yo, chat. On God, this nigga, I'm trying to bite my fingernails. Don't judge me. Listen, but don't judge. This nigga wanted clout, though. This nigga called Fox News. This nigga was dick eating for clout. I swear to God.
So I said, I get on the phone to Fox News. I said, y'all want a story? Yeah, we like a story. I said, I got one. So I got a convict over here at my car wash. I got him on camera. He said, you talking about the one in Kentucky? I said, no, I'm talking about the one in Alabama with the girl. I said, okay, we'll be right there. They showed up. They got there 10 minutes before the marshals.
U.S. Marshals arrive during the media frenzy, and when they take a look at the surveillance footage, they realize they've found the car Vicky and Casey could still be driving, a Cadillac, and one that Vicky and Casey think is completely unknown to the cops. It seems like their days on the run are numbered, but even with the leads they have, they come up with nothing, and the cops are starting to realize their fugitives could be anywhere in the country. But as it turns out, they're closer to home than anyone thinks. Back in Evansville on day 11, a cop is on his way home from a long shift when he sees a familiar-looking vehicle parked outside a Motel 41. It looks like the same Cadillac from the car wash, and he hastily takes down the license plate. The problem is, the license plate of the Cadillac seen at the car wash was never seen, so they have no way of knowing if it's the same vehicle. But they do have the license plate of the recovered F-150, so grasping at straws, they decide to run that through their license plate reader, and when they do, they strike gold. Several traffic cameras have picked up the F-150, and following it in nearly every shot is a Cadillac. A Cadillac whose license plate perfectly matched the one at Motel 41 right in front of them.
They were not moving tack. They were not moving tack, Chad. They were she was following the nigga. She was tailing the nigga. Jesus.
Finally, by sheer luck, the cops have found their fugitives. All they have to do now is bring them in.
Now they just gotta go in the hotel and box them in. They just in the hotel fucking. That too. Why they just in the hotel fucking? Why didn't they just go to a different state or a different country? Like, you niggas already escaped for 10 days. It wouldn't take me 10 days to leave the country. Y'all just in the hotel fucking. Y'all gassed up off the escape. See, y'all gassed up off that one lick. Now y'all just in the hotel fucking waiting to get caught.
In plain clothes and unmarked vehicles, hoping to be as covert as possible. But while the cops surround them, Vicky and Casey are in room 150 watching the TV in horror right as the discovery of the Ford F-150 hits the news. The plan was to bring Vicky and Casey in quietly, but before they get a chance to put their plan into action, Vicky walks out of the hotel room and throws a bag into the Cadillac. She's followed by Casey, and even though they're in disguise, there's no mistaking Casey White's massive frame. Casey gets behind the wheel, and the Cadillac takes off. The cops' plan has been completely foiled once again, but they've got a backup. They're going to follow them and try to box them in to avoid a confrontation, but before they get a chance, they realize they've been spotted. Casey turns onto US Highway 41 and hits the accelerator, taking the cops on a chase across traffic and through parking lots until he manages to make a break for freedom by driving straight through an open field. At around the same time, police dispatch receives a call from none other than Vicky herself, and it gives you an idea of how terrifying this chase really is.
God. Airbags are going on. Let's get out.
Oh, this is her talking?
A police vehicle forces Casey to drive straight into a ditch, and this pursuit is brought to a sudden halt. But it's far from over, as cops know the pair are armed and could open fire at any point in some kind of Bonnie and Clyde inspired shootout.
Crashed out. Any crashed out?
Yeah, y'all niggas definitely crashed out. Y'all dragging that big 6'9" nigga out the windshield. What the fuck, boy?
Please, check him out. She's my wife. That's a best woman in the world right there.
Of course she the best woman, nigga. She broke you out of a 75-year bid and then crashed out and died for you. That gotta be like your mother Mary, dog.
Please.
That gotta be the best woman.
Vicky, I'm so sorry, baby. I'm so sorry, baby. Anybody in this world don't deserve it. She don't. When she herself, it hit me. But y'all ain't gonna believe me. I'm gonna say I killed her. Just like y'all say I killed everybody else.
Finally, after 11 days, the manhunt has come to an end, and they've got
no way
Casey
y'all gonna say he killed her?
handcuffs. But Vicky met a much more devastating end. Just 2 weeks ago, she was an upstanding member of society, an esteemed prison officer, respected by those around her. Now, she's a fugitive, laying in a criminal's stolen car, conscious, but with devastating injuries.
David, she good to him? No, she's good. Still got the winner hand.
How did, so she shot herself? Or did they crash? She shot herself or did they crash?
Well, I think we can reach in and get the gun.
Well, they obviously crashed, but I'm saying what killed her? The crash or did she shoot herself?
You got cover? Yeah. It's opening. It's opening. You got me? Yeah. I'm gonna go for the gun first. All right, pull me out. All right, I got it.
She's been shot in the head, and Casey claims she took her own life. When cops get a better look, they find her finger is still on the trigger of the gun. Later that day,
shit.
Vicky was pronounced dead in a nearby hospital. We'll never really know what the two had planned for their life together after their escape. Whether they wanted to go off the grid and settle down, or live the rest of their lives on the run. Well, it turns out, Casey never planned to keep Vicky around at all. He described her as a liability, and someone that didn't have the mind for this sort of thing. It's likely that she would have been
just
ditched
using her to get
shortly
out.
after this point, or killed by Casey anyway, as he was found guilty of first-degree prison escape and sentenced to life behind bars. He'll be 98 years old before he gets a chance at parole.
Yeah, throw that nigga a football number, you heard?
Be
Throw that nigga a football number to that nigga. You ain't never seeing the light of day again, fuck nigga. Damn, chat. That's what happens when you have a ride or die bitch, bro. You know what I'm saying? When you have a ride or die bitch, you could break out of a 75-year bid, bro. I ain't gonna lie. That was the video, though, man. Hope y'all have a Merry Christmas and shit like that, man. I love y'all boys, man. Keep running up these reaction videos. I'm gonna keep dropping them for y'all because I see y'all like these bitches, man. I hope y'all got all the presents, all the pussy y'all want in the world, all the money, all the bad bitches. I'm out here dropping videos for y'all, man, because this is what I love to do. And you know what I'm saying? This is what y'all expect from me, so I'm gonna show up every time, man. Make sure y'all boys like, comment, and subscribe. Subscribe to my other accounts. Consistent face cam videos every video when I get to 700 subs. That's all I want to say. I'm out, and I'm black, and I love y'all. Peace.